Yeah, it's very simple. I mean, I talk about my mom and dad and people that have had great influences in my life. It's a people world and it's a people business, and it becomes very simple and a simple thing. And there are people that lift you along your life path to do this, and it had a great amount of influence in how we do it because we are all so intricately connected in this state, and it matters so much. And I've said it before. My former boss, Mark Emmert, and then even my good friend James Carville have said that there's no state university more important to its state than LSU is to Louisiana. And that passion and what and how we do it, whether it's on the football field or in the physics room, classroom, it is paramount to what this state's success is all about. And just being a part of that and being part of that mix is just so important. And it's always been a part of who I am, and it's the people, whether it's starting off with Tecumseh Sherman here when he founded this university as the first president, to David Boyd, all the way through to General Middleton, to the great ones that have been through here. It's all about the people, and to me, it's that simple. First and foremost, and I've used this before and I've said it before, doctors take a Hippocratic oath, and part of that is first do no harm. And that's what we have to do to this incredible institution is, look, we're not going to screw up traditions. We're not going to go about changing things radically. I'm going to listen, and I'm going to talk to people, and we're going to make things to figure out how to continue this success and even how to take it to new and greater levels, because you can always do that here. And so I'll do a lot of listening, and you'll hear all my stupid cliches and metaphors. I'm warning you, but one of my favorites is, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, and so I'm gonna do a lot of listening. My friend Brian Sheremy, head of the Tiger Athletic Foundation, and Rick Perry and those guys, and we're gonna have to really talk as a department about what is going on. I mean, I've got news for everyone that have just been to Tiger Stadium. We are the envy of the nation, and our experience is second to none, and they're crazy about it. So here again, I don't want to screw up what's good, but there's always room for improvement. So I'll do a lot of listening, and I'll see how things are going from that standpoint. Whether it's my good friend Tommy Hudson, who played tennis here, who I work for, or just the hundreds of athletes that do great things that we don't hear and talk about. We hear all the negativity, and I always remind people, and I always want to talk to you guys honestly, the press. Hey man, only 20% of this country have Twitter accounts, and of those 20%, only 10% are active, and of those 10% that are active, only 2% are hyperactive. So they're creating all this noise and BS that's out there, and frankly, look at it half full. Things are good, and things are going well, and we're doing great things, especially at these incredible institutions of higher learning, and athletics is a key part of that. And that's how I feel about it. We can talk, and we'll have plenty of times to talk about what's going on and what's right and what's wrong. And there is some wrong. I'm not denying that, but God darn, there's a lot right. I view this job more like an executive producer instead of an autocratic leader. I used to tease Skip all the time when I was here giving him advice. I said, Skip, we can't make personnel decisions this way. We have to really go through this and be thoughtful about it. Not that he wasn't. I was just teasing him, of course. But it's just collaboration. It's transparency. It's just basic, simple things in life that you have to do, that you have to be successful. And the most important, I mean, this is paramount. And King and I and James Williams and I talked about it so many times. If we're not rowing this boat in this direction, we're going to get our butts kicked in Tuscaloosa. We're going to get our butts kicked in Opelika. We're going to get our butts kicked in Gainesville. And trust me, I have no intention of doing that. And so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we're rowing this thing in the right direction. And I'm understanding of that. And I understand, that my son's generation and that your generation want to consume things and do things differently than we did. And it's so much different, and we have to figure it out. And I'm going to say something radical here, but we're going to have to embrace everything, and I mean everything. and I'm not going to be a proponent of it, and certainly I'm not going to advocate it here with my boss King Alexander here. But we have one that's the elephant in the room, and that's gaming and gambling. It's legal in Mississippi, sports gambling. It's here. We better embrace it because people are going to be doing it. And it's saved the NFL, and it might be a savior for our sports. I don't know that, but at least we have to talk about it. And I know the presidents in their meetings at the SEC are talking about it seriously. How we do it with integrity, how we do it with protections, how do we do it to keep student athletes from being influenced and to protect them. Because it's here, whether we like it or not. And then, hey, do we embrace it for fan experience? I don't know that, but it could be something that we look at. So everything's open, and I like to think about these things a lot and think about how we look at them and how we do them. And, you know, we have different beliefs. I mean, King and I have, and Joe Lee and I were allied on letting us have more open alcohol policies at Tiger Stadium versus what the rest of the SEC did. We have a different belief system down here in the South Louisiana. We take things differently. And so we have to look at them, and we have to do them the right way that makes sense for us. And that's how we're going to do it, and I promise you we're going to do it with the highest integrity. Yeah, it's not site-specific. It's environment. It's knowing, you know, what and how is the right fit for you, you know, and it's knowing and timing and all that stuff. And first and foremost, it's people forget, retention is the most important thing. We have great coaches here. We got to show them the love. I see Coach O right there. Excellent coach. And you know, he knows how to do it at the highest level. I saw him kick our ass at USC recruiting when I was at UW. I mean, he knows how to get it done. And so you go at it, though, when you have to, you know, whether it's a retirement or a change, you have to go about it by knowing what and how you do things. And here again, it's a long and difficult process, but it has to be done way in advance. President Alexander and my old boss Mike Young at Texas A&M are putting pressure on those things so they never happen again. I kind of like the idea he and I batted around about. Here again, an idea. I'm not advocating it, and I'm having conversation with you. I like the start at the 40 and go for two immediately. I don't know if Coach O likes that or not. He might kick me in the shins when I'm done here. But, you know, I kind of like that because there needs to be something for those anomalies. Those things can get dangerous. Like anything else, I know probably less than you do, Matt, on this, and I need to be briefed and I need to find out what's going on. But Coach Wade is LSU's coach, and till then, he's going to have my 100% support.